All right, people, we is here. We is here. This is me and Mr. Harvey sitting here. You guys are watching the Ted and Ed show. Uh,
Well, Ed, I just want to say, bless the Lord. That's all I got to say, man. I'm going to tell you. It's nice out here, man. I went out this morning, me and my wife, and we just, went out Christmas shopping, got me into the Christmas spirit and shit. And I usually don't, I usually don't get into the Christmas spirit. I know what it's for and what they celebrate, but I'm not one of those people that, like to be doing all the decoration and, I just do it a lot for my kids when they were young. But, and we do have family get togethers on Christmas and all of that. But, you know, to me, it's just too commercial for me, bro. It's just too commercial. Even the songs, everybody got to put out their little songs and everybody got to make their little Christmas music. All that is cute. But, the reason for the season, bro. And, and I was telling my wife last night, I said, I'm going to have my joy. I'm going to have my peace. I'm going to be happy. But I ain't liking this stuff that's going on in this country and in this world, bro. You know, it, and I don't mean that, I ain't trying to take over the show, but I'm just going to say this. There's some serious jealousy that's going on in this country. And the Bible tells me where there's jealousy, there's every evil work. And why do I say that, Ed? Every year, you got football, you got basketball, and I've talked about this before. Every year, these brothers get these big multi contracts. Every year, they hear about so and so's big concert and so big concert and this and that. And they seeing all these black folks making all this money. I'm talking about big money compared to, I ain't talking about these billionaire money, but I'm talking about millions and millions of dollars, bro. And then on top of that, you got these actors and making millions and millions of dollars. There's a lot of jealousy, bro. A lot of jealousy and envy. And the thing is, and then now we have, and these younger people know, they are so smart. They're all into technology. They're all into business. I'm talking about 40 and 50 under. These people know what time it is as far as capitalism, as far as making money, as far as hustling, and all of that. And it's jealousy. And they want to keep on trying to pull us down like we ain't shit, like we are the dread of the whole society. It's a lot of jealousy, bro. They conjuring up false performances and people that like they got a whole lot of talent and skill. They make these little stars that you ain't never heard of pop up, and they have no talent, no skill. A lot of them, some are okay and they get by, but they're not no real superstars. They're not no real talent. A lot of them, but they pay them good money. A lot of jealousy, bro. You know, I'm gonna take my hat off to the black farmers here. They told Donald Trump to go to hell with your giveaway because see they know and they realize they done found out They have found out that these people are full of BS and they're not going to help them. They just playing games. And they're just giving pennies, nickels, and dimes while they give these other people hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then they probably even set it away where they have to pay it back. When they tell these other white folks, oh, don't worry about it. So, it's a game that these people play. It's just like I heard one of the farmers say. He said, yeah, in 1910, we had 20 million acres of land. And then in the 1990s, you had all of those riots all over the country and tearing down and burning up our churches and our towns. The jealousy is real, bro. Black folks work hard to do things and be successful, and then here comes other people to try to tear you down and take it from you. Then they look at all our history, Ed, and they see so-and-so invented this, so-and-so invented that, da-da-da-da-da-da, on and on and on. I'm talking about all through from the beginning of this country up until now. And a lot of these other ethnic group people are jealous of us, Ed. And the thing about it is that we have not realized that the people with the money have to go back and invest. You can't be giving hey, God bless Shaq, and he giving here and he giving there. But I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how we can, as a people, and I don't foresee we ever getting together. Like these other races do. They have their own communities, and you ain't got to worry about nobody attacking their communities. The only community they're attacking, and that's because of religious reasons, is the Jewish community or the Islam community because of religion. But I'm talking about people that's living their regular lives. They got their own communities. You don't hear nothing about it. And here we are. So it's jealousy. That's all it is, bro. Jealousy. I mean, when you watch on TV, the name of the game is sports and entertainment. And who's dominating all of those things? So I think that's what it is, bro. It's a whole lot of jealousy. A lot of jealousy. And the only thing that they can do is call us the N word or, or this or that, or we from the ghetto or whatever. My kids don't know about no damn ghetto. What the fuck they talking about? I mean, I lived on the south side and west side of Chicago. And one time, because everybody, the ghetto word was really hot, and I understand what a real ghetto is. My mother slapped the shit out of me. Boy, you ain't from no ghetto. What the hell are you talking about? So I'm just saying, bro, this is the spirit, man. They are jealous. They are jealous of us. That's why the Bible plainly states, where there's jealousy, there's every evil work. I done walked around all around this country, man, and I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm talking about. I mean, yeah, there's some black folks that do some bad things, but I'm talking about. I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it, bro. And I done walked through some treacherous neighborhoods. I used to go play ball in so-called treacherous neighborhoods, where it's game stuff and all that stuff. Never had a problem. And now, I give God all the glory and praise for that. But I'm just saying, man, there's some good brothers out there, even though they might do bad stuff, but there's a lot of good brothers that's doing good stuff. They working every day. They doing all the things they supposed to do. They put they believe that bullshit. Yeah, there's a few guys out there that got 3, 4 babies and all that, but you got white guys doing the same shit. But they overemphasize that. Just like they told that story and they kept that story in Michigan for 3, 4 days, 5 days. If it wasn't for those other little incidents that happened, they'll still be talking about that. Putting them all while he's in jail, showing them on TV and all that stuff. So I'm just saying it's jealousy, bro. Jealousy. And a lot of these people got to be aware that these people will set you up for failure. Try to get you, try to catch you. Because you're making that money. Now, that guy was projected to make $6 million. Well, today's standard in football, that ain't a whole lot of money nowadays. These coaches now making 10, 15, $20 million a year. But $6 million for his family is a lot of money every year. And he blew it. But ain't nobody perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But I'm saying jealousy, bro, is serious business, man. This stuff is crazy, bro. That's the reason why these people got to pay all this money for security now, because you got so many of these Looney Tunes and knuckleheads that don't want to go to school, don't want to go get the education, don't want to get a skill, and then people try to take stuff. And nowadays you can't get rid of very seldom you get away with it. It's too much out there now. So that's my thing is when I look at all of this, and I see the holidays coming and everything, and there's going to be a lot of joyful things, and black folks going to be coming out on TV singing Christmas songs and doing Christmas movies and all of that stuff. And you got your basketball last night. I sat there and I watched a great game, the championship for the cup. And, was it a great game? No, it wasn't a great game, but it was a very good game because all the athletes were good, bro. Wasn't no slouches. So, jealousy. And that whole team, on both teams, only one white boy, maybe two white boys that I could think maybe played in the whole tournament, in that game. Jealousy, bro. Jealousy. That's what it is, bro. When you good at something here and you the best, it ain't it ain't got nothing to do with really color. It really don't. It's just there's something that this person is good at. They worked at it. They put the hours in. They put the sweat in. When somebody invents something, they didn't spend hours and hours and hours of trying to perfect this invention. It just didn't happen, okay, I'm going to do this, and boom, it happened in 2 weeks. No, that don't happen. It takes work. I don't care what it is. I don't care what it is. And you got this knucklehead 47 running around, sitting around sleeping all day, watching TV. And how he got this power, this something over these people, I don't know. I'm still complexed. What in the hell does he have over these people? I don't get it. Because he don't make nothing. He's not creative. He hasn't invented nothing. All he did was just put his name on it, stick his name on everything, in some kind of way, lease it out, or maybe somehow scheme somebody to buy the building or whatever. The point is, what the hell has he done to help the people right now? He ain't done nothing. The only thing he did, as far as I'm concerned, is close down the border. That's it. And he breaking the country because we ain't gonna get enough revenue. They just passed a bill, the budget for Department of Defense for over $900 billion. What the hell is that for? They keep on raising this thing up for just the Department of Defense, and we ain't even in war. They don't need no. What are they doing with the money, bro? They already told you how much is in salaries. The salaries ain't even. It might be a couple of $100 billion, if that. What they doing with it? They got planes and everything falling out the air and all that shit. They're just giving money to these contracts and people getting money off the top. But they don't scrutinize that. Something is wrong here, bro. And these people got their y'all got y'all priorities really screwed up. We got people that's hungry. We got people that's homeless. We got people that need jobs, good paying jobs, and y'all sitting up here passing a damn Department of Defense bill for over $900 billion. You don't need no damn more equipment. You got all the damn tanks and planes. Y'all destroyed more planes than you use.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on there, and you're right. We're in the holiday season, and there are people out there. My folks are hurting real bad, and not only people in our community, but in a lot of communities and stuff. These folks was hurting. When you hear white folks crying and hurting, you know it's got to be bad out there. I mean, absolutely horrible. And they are sitting out there and stuff, wondering and stuff, what the heck Trump's going to do. He's supposed to have been the guy that they voted for who was going to save them, and he has not saved them. And in 15 days, I say what? 15 days now? Yeah, 15 days. They're going to have oh man, a tsunami is going to hit this country, and these guys and stuff there in this legislative branch of government are sitting there and playing games with people's lives.
Politics.
Playing games with people's lives. And for those out there who don't understand the devastation that's getting ready to happen here, you looking down the line in 15 days where most people's insurance is going to double. Some of them is going to triple. Their health insurance now is going to double or triple. There are some people who are going to be able to pay for their stuff, but they're going to have to pick out some that they're not going to have. We can't go on no vacation this year. Well, we're going to have to cut back on going out for dinner or whatever. Some people can't able to do that, but there is a heck of a lot of people out there right now, Ted, who will not be able to afford this health care.
But then,
So,
what
so
pisses me
they are telling us that, well, we can't afford this. We can't afford to pay these daggone people. And I'm looking at them, and some of the congressmen are looking at them. We we need to explain to American people. Well, if you can't afford this, look at what's happening. You're going to spend probably every month and everything. It's probably going to be pretty close to maybe $1 billion a month extra that you're going to spend, that the government's going to have to spend to supplement these folks and stuff that who need the health insurance. If you don't do this, you're going, people are, those out of those 15 to 20 million people out there who are not going to have health coverage, when they get sick, where are they going to go? They're going to go to your hospital system and put a burden upon those hospitals because they can't pay. And as they walk in that daggone door, they're not going to have the money and stuff to pay for whatever is wrong with them. Some of them probably got illnesses and stuff that's been going on for a long time. They got diabetes, they got heart problems, they have an accident, anything is going on with them. They're going to go into that hospital system. They got to take care of them. They can't turn them away. And all that money and stuff that's sitting there, that somebody's going to have to pay for it. So if you're going to have to pay for it anyway, why not go ahead and give these people their supplement? Give it to them. We sent $40 billion to a country in South America, which would have paid for the Affordable Care Act for at least a year and a half. But you can do that, but you can't give these people their subsidy. You're going to have over $1 trillion taken away from Medicaid. There are going to be a whole lot of folks out there, Ted, that are going to be thrown off the Medicaid program. So that means that what? Most of the people on Medicaid are where? In the nursing homes. What are folks going to do? What are the old folks going to do who have Medicare, but Medicare doesn't pay for nursing homes? What are they going to do?
And probably close to 80-90% of them are on Medicaid that's in there, if not all of them. And then that means that they're not getting paid. They're going to have to shut down, bro.
They got to shut down. They got to shut down.
Because their little Social Security money they receive, that's not going to be enough.
Yep, it's not. And whatever they got and everything is not going to be enough. So these nursing homes and stuff, they don't operate for free. And when you shut down in the nursing home, there's a ripple effect there, people. All the folks in there who are working lose their job. They're going on the unemployment road. So the state's going to have to pay unemployment for those folks and stuff and everything. Everybody in it. So you increasing
unless you
the
do like
unemployment.
this Florida governor and say that your machine is broke down, your computers are broke down, and we can't pay
you. Anytime you hit something with some force, there's an opposite reaction. And that opposite reaction and stuff is just as bad as not just going ahead and just keeping the program going. You got them going. And the reason and stuff why they are telling these people and stuff, well, the illegal folks are taking Medicaid. Illegal people are taking food stamps. So we cutting out all these illegal people who getting food stamps.
Most of
That's their excuse. That's their excuse.
Yeah, well, that's the politics of it.
We're not going to supplement these people and everything because all they're going to do is give the money to these hospitals and these medical folks and everything and the medical industry. Hey, you created the mess.
Sure did. You allowed them to come in here.
You created the mess. You allowed them to sit there and charge people whatever the hell they wanted to charge for their services. You allowed them to sit there, and when you're in the hospital, Ted, and they're going to give you one pill, it ain't bigger than this. It ain't bigger than that. One pill. They might charge you $20 for that one pill in
You
the
mean
hospital.
$80 for aspirin?
One pill. If you're taking 4 pills a day, that's over $100 for some pills that you can go out there and buy your own pills and stuff and pay just as and don't have to pay as much, and you're gonna have a whole month's supply.
Well, you know, they can say what they want to say about Obamacare, ACA, whatever, and they claim it's not affordable. That's a
But
lie because he had that shit set up, bro. And
but
then
but Ted,
all they had to do was
but
promote to
Ted,
get more people on that program.
they keep telling you we got a plan. In Trump's first administration, he told the American people at least 15 times that he got a plan. And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful plan. It's a beautiful plan. It's going to beat Obamacare. It'll be out in 2 weeks. We ain't seen no plan. We haven't seen it. The Affordable Care Act been around for how long? Almost 15 years. And Trump been spouting a plan for the last 12 years. He did it in the first administration, and now he's doing it now. We got a plan.
And you know, here's the thing, though, bro. You know, this ain't no right or left or Republican or Democrat or whatever. This right here is an American problem. This is an American problem. The healthcare is an American problem. They allow all of these undocumented people to stay here for 10, 15, 20, 30 years, and they knew they were undocumented, and they constantly used them to get cheap labor, and they did everything they can to maneuver to survive, and now they are surviving and striving in this country. Can't vote, but they pay taxes. It's a crime, man. These senators and these Congress people so busy trying to raise money, so busy playing politics and trying to get money. So who's gonna give me more money? And they bring up these little stupid ass issues, all kind of little crap that don't mean nothing to the people. Like I say, man, I blame the Senate and Congress. That's who I blame, bro. I blame them. You had that damn Comey sat there and tried to so-called bring uh, President Biden an impeachment, talking about his damn son for 2 fucking years. Longer than that, probably. Wasting the taxpayers' money. They did the same thing with Hillary Clinton. These Republicans ain't shit. Not these Republicans. Now, back in the day, you had some Republicans had some type of remorse, and they sort of kind of got along with the Democrats, and they all tried to work things out and did something. But the thing is, this has gotten out of hand now, bro. This has gotten out of hand. And then these younger people that's only been in office for 2, 4, 6 years, they wonder what the hell is going on. And they're just trying to survive and hang on to their little job. And, you know, some of them are stepping up and saying something about it. But most of the part, they just getting along too. They're just getting along too. Because as far as they're concerned, America is too big. It's got too many problems. We can only take one little problem at a time, and we can only do this and do that because most of the part, you know, hey, 75% of the American people or 60% of the people doing all right. They already told you that 50% of 60% of the American people is living from paycheck to paycheck. Because everything is so high. Food is high, rent is high, car notes are high, gas is high. Now, that's just the way it is because that's inflation, because that's capitalism. That's the way capitalism works. Every year, come January, everything goes up. That's been going on for the last 50, 60 years or more. Inflation. And that's why they try to keep it to 2% instead of 3 and 4 and 5%. Because every year, people got to make their profit and they got to make more money. So they raise the
We
price up a little bit here and a little bit there so that they can make their little sales goals and all that stuff. This shit is a game, man. These people are crazy. And then when you get $5 trillion in revenue and you don't budget that shit and you don't even put a whole year's budget down and come together and have that budget done and be done with it, you're playing politics. You don't give a shit. You know what the speaker said, Ed? He said, well, when it all boils down, it's only 7% of the people. That's what he said. It's only 7. Do you realize 7% of those people? That's over 20 million people.
but but just you are directly affecting 7%. But what about the other people and stuff who are going to lose their jobs because of what you enacted and stuff against those 7% of those people? Those 7% that you just throwed off it on healthcare. Those people have are supporting a hospital system. They are supporting all kinds of people. They're supporting the janitor who
Convalescence homes,
in the
senior
hospital.
homes.
They're supporting that janitor that works there. They're supporting their nurses and stuff and everything who were there. They're supporting the administration. They're supporting those folks and stuff who need that service. So if they are gauging that about how many people they're going to hurt, I'm sorry, man. We got one sorry daggone country and stuff when they allow this shit to happen. When they first came in office, Ted, we still feeling the effects of this shit right now. That knucklehead got rid of U.S. aid. It was costing this country what, about $8 billion a year for U.S. aid. But they've lost over hundreds of millions of dollars, billions of dollars because of that goodwill. Plus, your farmers and stuff were being supplemented. They were being able to sell their grain to the United States so they can give it to the people in these other countries. They had businesses that they lived off of because they paid them and stuff to produce food, high protein food. So these people in these foreign countries and stuff and everything who were starving to death will have food. So you shut down these companies and stuff who had employees and stuff at their plant in your country. Then you turn around and ask them in that country or in Africa, please buy our corn, please buy our wheat, and they turn it away. We don't need your stuff. Please buy our beef, they turn it away. Please let us have your you your uranium and stuff, so your precious metals, so we can use it in our manufacturing. No, we're not going to sell you not 1 ounce of uranium. Hell no. Get the hell out of our country. They're going in there to these other countries. You got oil over there. We want this oil. Get our countries over there so we can have this oil. Threaten this country. Says, yep, we're gonna come over there and invade you all. Come on, if you bad. And try to take our oil. All because they blew their USA. Throw the fuck. They got rid of 10 billion. We gonna save $10 billion, and you're losing 100 billion. And nobody is talking about it, saying anything about it. But we see it every day.
Yeah.
They driving up there. They never say anything about this, that these farmers and put shiploads of grain and put it over there into these harbors over there in Africa. And these people in Africa said, we don't want your stuff. Send it back. We don't care about you. You don't care about us and our folks over here. We are not buying your stuff.
But Ed, you know, all of that, I understand. But here's the thing that really just tears me up. You taking people that's been in this country for 10 or 15, 20 years, working, taking care of their family, and they're undocumented, that's true. And you sending them to Africa, or you sending them to Venezuela, or some damn place, or what the hell you sending them to? And they putting them in, these people in jail, some of them. This is crazy. And these people are suffering. Some of these people have been locked up for 6 months or 7 months. Some of them, they got to scrounge up money to try to get a lawyer or do something to try to get them out of these places or whatever. And this is crazy, man. This is inhumane. Inhumane. This right here is not a Democratic or Republican situation here. And all of these, you know, both parties, man, you know, yeah, they fighting and they trying to sue and they doing this, and it's almost like it's like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? This is crazy, man. They have allowed this man to destroy this country. Now tonight he's supposed to speak at 9 o'clock. And I'm gonna be there listening to every word. Because I know it's gonna be a bunch of bullshit. He gonna brag about how well this country is doing. He gonna be bragging about the prices is coming down. He gonna be bragging about the oil coming down. Man, don't nobody use no damn oil no more.
And he gonna brag about his 9 wars he done solved.
Yeah.
I done stopped 9 wars.
This is a joke, man. I mean, this is a joke. And you know, these people, you know, they try to sit up here and they talk about, you know, you can't be talking about different people and this situation and that situation and all that shit. You know, like, we supposed to have, the First Amendment and all that stuff. And, they want to stop people from talking all kind of BS about the administration and what they're doing and all that stuff. Because the reason why, because they know what they're doing ain't right. And the poor American people, and when I say poor American people, what I mean is by that is that they are only concerned of their day to day to try to make it every day to take care of their kids. Those that are married. They worry about their kids. Every day they say, "Hey, I can't think about that. I gotta go to work, and boom, 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 do what they gotta do so that they can feed and take care of their kids and have a roof over their head." And I'm talking about all kinds of people. I ain't just talking about black folks. I'm talking about white folks. I'm talking about all ethnic people, all of that. 60-70% of the people don't even be concerned about this stuff, man. They, oh, he just talking BS, blah 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 blah. They think this is a normal thing. This shit is not normal. This is different. Oh, he'll be out of office in a few years. By the time his ass get off office, and if he stay in office and do the shit he's doing now, we ain't gonna have no damn country.
Well, folks, you are still listening to our show here. We ask you guys to subscribe to the show and keep us in mind, because we here. We here, and we gonna talk. We gonna tell the daggone truth here, because we can't do anything else but tell the truth. There is everything that we talk about here and stuff. It is a direct reflection upon the people and stuff who are going to be watching this show. If you don't think so, you think about what we're talking about. We're thinking about how we're talking about the Affordable Care Act and the health thing. And I know that some of you folks out there got a grandparent, you got maybe your mother or somebody else and stuff and everything who's going to be directly affected by this, who are not going to get any food stamps because they're going to cut them off, who are going to be thrown out of the nursing home in just a little bit because there is no funding and stuff for them. And we still have not talked about the cuts and stuff and everything to Section 8. Some of you folks out there who rent it and it's getting subsidized and stuff is not going to be receiving any more rent subsidies. So where are you going to stay? Where are you going to stay? Because that rent subsidy and stuff helps you a lot. It supplements your income, but they cutting it. We haven't even talked about that.
But here's the thing: a lot of those people that's getting the rent subsidy, they work every day,
Every day.
making $8 and $9, $10 an hour.
Yes, sir. And now they're not going to be able to go to work because they don't even have a home to stay in. They got to live in their car.
If they got a car.
If they got one. So, people, all this stuff is affecting you. It is affecting you. I know it is. Somebody in your home, somebody in your family, this stuff is affecting. Terribly bad. But some of us are going to be okay. Some of us are going to be okay. Some of us are going to be able to make it. Some of us are going to have a good holiday. Some of us are going to come out of holiday and not going to spend all of our money and stuff and everything on gifts and everything, and we're going to be okay. Because Daddy Trump says that you guys are going to be able to file your income tax and he's going to give you some money. Because there's some money in there for you. Now, all those people who are making over $200,000, $300,000 and stuff, they're going to come out with a big paycheck. Some of them are going to get almost $80,000 in tax reductions. They're going to give you guys pennies. They're going to give you a couple $1,000 to put it in your pocket. Just say good luck.
And you know what that 20% gonna do? They're gonna be laughing all the way to the bank.
Laugh all to the bank. They getting 80,000 and you getting 2. And Trump gonna say, you ought to love me for it because I'm giving you this. I'm giving you putting some money in your pocket.
And that little $2,000 will be gone in 3 days.
In 3 seconds. Gone before you get it. Gone before you get it. So what you gonna do from February all the way until next year when you get your income tax? What you gonna do? I know what them people who making $200,000 going to do. They're gonna take the $80,000 and stuff, and they're gonna probably buy them brand new cars or something like that. Or they're gonna go on vacation. They're gonna do all kind of stuff with it. They can afford to pay their daggone uh, their health insurance because they got $80,000 that's laying over there. So they're gonna be all right. But the normal folks and the middle class and the lower class folks and stuff, woe is you guys. So people,
Here's the thing, though, Ed, and this, I'm not trying to be cruel, but you're gonna see all of these, and I'm not gonna say, I shouldn't call them do-gooders or people that's out there helping the poor and the homeless and all that. You're gonna see a whole lot of little programs. This program, so and so is out there, and they got a good Christmas meal for these people, and blah blah blah, and all of that stuff. We got Christmas toys for the kids, giveaways, and of course, Mama gonna come there and get the toys and eat the food, and that might last them a day or two, and boom, it's over. What about the rest of the time, bro? When that woman who had those 2 or 3 kids lost her job, or maybe she kept her job, and they said, okay, well, you're working and you're making $15 an hour, even though you're paying $2,000 a month for your rent, and you was getting subsidies, and now all you have to do is pay $500. So now you got to pay the full $2,000 if you want to stay in this apartment or this house. Little shit like that, Ed. Little shit like that. Or
yep.
you were getting $500 or $600 a month in SNAP, and they cut it down to 100 or maybe zero.
Mm-hmm.
Now you gotta spend that $600 out of your pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That means your kids don't get no clothes, they don't get no little school activities or whatever.
It's a constant struggle out there, people. A constant struggle, and
But they
they
don't
have.
care about that 20%, 30% of people that's out there doing that.
Oh no, they don't care all about it. But you would think that the Speaker of the House, who has his district and stuff, 60% of his district is going to be affected by these cuts and stuff that they have just made with the big beautiful bill. 60% of the folks in his district.
Louisiana is one of the poorest states in the country,
Poorest
bro.
states in the nation.
They're right
Poorest
there with
states in the nation.
Mississippi.
And most of their money comes from the federal government. And 60% of his constituents. And guess what, Ted? He might win his job back in November, next November. Because most of them folks and stuff that was affected, they ain't gonna even get out there and vote again.
Why you say that, Ed?
They're not. They're not gonna vote. They're gonna put him back in office. Watch it. November come around. MAGA Mike, he's gonna have his job back. They're gonna put him back in office. He's gonna get his job back. You know what's gonna happen? He
Uh-oh.
got he got all them billionaires backing him up. They're gonna give him a pot of probably $20 million or $10 million, and he's gonna spread that stuff around and do it like they used to do, and they've been doing for ages and stuff and everything. They're gonna go over there and open the taverns up, and hey, y'all come over here and I'm buying drinks. The drinks on us. Or they're gonna go out there. They're gonna have a big ass party and stuff, and that big picnic and everything. And Mac and Mike gonna be running around there. Yep, I'm feeding you guys and everything, and they're gonna forget all about the fact that he took all their health care away from them, and they ain't sitting around here doing nothing. Oh, he's a good guy, and they're gonna go down the street and pull that little hammer down there. Yeah, I'm voting for Mike because he's a good guy.
Ooh, man, it, you know, well, it used to be silly season, but ignorance is really sad.
That's it. That's what's going to
Ignorance
happen.
is sad.
Mark my word, Ted. He's going to get back in office.
Y'all heard it here.
He's going to get back in office.
I heard it
That's
here.
what he's going to do. He's gonna wine and dine them folks down there. To all them, maybe them 30% who are going to vote, who eligible to vote. He's gonna wine and dine them and stuff for about a week before the election and stuff and everything, and they're gonna forget all about it, and they're gonna go down there and vote for him again.
You heard it here.
You heard it here, people. And I'm not telling you something that I think about. This is something I know. This is how these folks get over. Them how the Republicans get over. Now they saying it's gonna be a big wave of folks and stuff who are gonna come in there, but guess what? The Democrats gonna have to take responsibility for that stuff too, because they are not gonna sit down there in his district and stuff and everything and tell them folks and stuff, you're voting for somebody who just took everything you got. They're not gonna say a word. They're gonna let MAGA Mike, put that money down there, and he's gonna get back in office. Now he may not be the speaker again, but he's going back to the White House. He's going back to the legislature, to the House of Representatives. Oh, he's a good guy.
Yeah, y'all heard it here, folks.
I've seen it happen, Ted. I've seen it happen when I was a little boy. I watched it. My little old town, we watch it happen. Every election time come around, them old boys come out of the sky, go down to all the taverns in our area, and open the thing up. All right. All the drinks is free. You good to go. You can go out and vote for him, okay? Soon as the election over, bam. Business as usual. They ain't got nothing. They got to go down there, beg George Schwab for some money so they can get some food stamps. Is my family hungry? We need some cornmeal and some flour. He go send them over there to the pantry and stuff. Give him a couple of bags of food, flour, some syrup, so his family can eat. That's it. Ted, it was happening, man. We can watch it. That's he ain't go down there. They can't go down there and give him. It's cold outside. They give him a voucher for some coal. So they can get some coal so heat the house up.
Ed. Okay, I got you. I feel you, bro. But let me just say this.
Go ahead, man.
I feel you.
Yeah, okay.
Here's my thing. I'm having faith, bro. I'm keeping the faith. And I'm having faith and believing that these people are waking up. They are realizing. I'm believing that, Ed. Some kind of way, something has to trigger these people. And seems like what you just said right there. But the point is something has got to trigger them. They can't be thinking about themselves. They got to think about the children.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
They have to think about the children.
On election day, Ted, everybody's belly gonna be full. He gonna fill everybody's belly up on election day.
Oh, Lord.
They do it, man. They do it. They fill their bellies up, man, on election day. They fill their bellies up, give them a little alcohol, make them feel good and stuff and everything. Hey.
People.
Put me back in office. Yeah, they do it. It's been going on for decades, man. They ain't changing. They're not changing. The only way they're gonna get down there and change, Ted, if they put a Democrat there in office and stuff who's gonna get out there and gonna talk and make them feel bad. So that man ain't done you no good at all. But ain't a Democrat gonna say nothing. If they're running against MAGA Mike, they're not gonna say anything about what MAGA Mike did. They're not going to embarrass the folks and stuff and everything so they can go down and vote for them. They're going to let them go down there and vote for them. Well, hey, we can't do nothing about it. We don't have no money to run a candidate down here and up against him and everything because ain't no money here. Or Mr. Charlie said he ain't gonna give us no money and stuff so we can grow our cotton next year and everything. So we can't vote for him.
Well, I'm gonna say this. This is my last word. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I really believe that this right here is the last straw. This is the last straw here. These Republicans is feeling the heat. You can look in their face. I don't know if you saw them today on C-SPAN. They are feeling miserable. They saying one thing out of their mouth, but their whole body language and their face, they know they ain't doing right. They know it. Now, there's a lot of factors in this whole dynamics, because this is a spiritual thing here. And the thing is that these people have to realize, this ain't about you. This is about your children. This ain't about you. You got to think of your children. This ain't about Republican and Democrat. You got to put the right people in there that's going to do the right thing, and then you got to make these people do the right thing when they're not doing the right thing. That's why I said you got to be in contact with your congressperson and your Senate and all your representatives that's out there that you can contact, your state houses and all that. This is ridiculous. You cannot let these gangsters run over you.
They've been doing
We got too many people that's out there, man. 89,000 people did not vote.
That's exactly what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's what's happening. That's the reason why they ain't voted. Mr. Charlie said that y'all better not go down there and vote because they ain't voting. Mr. Charlie said, "Don't go and vote," and they're gonna stay at home. You know.
Well,
and the first thing that we gotta say, Ted, my vote don't matter. I don't care. It's only one vote. My vote don't matter. And we got to sit down there and go through that same spiel and stuff every voting cycle. Your vote matters, young man. It's just like putting money in the church offering. $1 in the church offering ain't going to do shit for the church. But if everybody in the church, if 200 people put $1 in there, how much money you got, brother? $200. Oh, okay. Now, look at your vote. Same thing. Same principle. But you got to explain this shit to them every day go year, man. Every time there's a voting cycle, you got to go down there and tell these dumb son of guns, hey, man, you need to get out there and vote. Talk to your folks. Man, it don't matter. I said, your grandmama on food stamps. Yeah. Well, when they cut your food stamps out and your grandma, man, don't have enough food to eat, what you going to do? But you got to explain all this stuff to them. Every voting cycle, Ted, it has to be done. And you got to break it down to them in the lowest amount of terms. And if you
Well,
don't
Ed
have
know about
and
this
if you
stuff,
don't
y'all.
have a representative out there who's gonna break it down to his constituents in the lowest terms and stuff, they're not gonna get out there and vote.
Ed
You
know
got to
about
be
this
almost
stuff,
a
y'all.
preacher.
Ed know about all this stuff, y'all. You've been out there in the street with him.
I've been out the street with him, brother. I'm telling you, I've been out there. I've been down there in Jacksonville and Duval County, walking up and down these side streets and everything, and these brothers standing out there on the corner and stuff. Say, hey, man, you gonna vote? Man, shoot, my vote ain't gonna matter. And I got to sit down there and shoot dice with them in the corner and stuff in the dirt and everything. Say, hey, man, this is what's going to happen here. I'm getting ready to hit this 7 here. And if I hit the 7 and stuff and I win this pot and stuff, you gonna go down there and vote? Yeah. 7. All right. Get your butt down there and vote.
This is a crime and a shame. Ignorance is.
You got to talk their language, Ted. You ain't talking their language. And most of the folks that behind me, they can't talk their language. They have this. Mr. Mitchell need to go down there to this area over here. They send me to the worst area because the rest of them can't do nothing. Ted, I remember I'm sitting up there in Florence, South Dakota, South Carolina, and they sent me down there to this little area over here. So you got to go over there, Mr. Bishop, and talk to these folks here. I'm walking down the street, man, and I'm passing out things for Barack Obama. We're gonna vote for him. This black lady sitting down there. Well, I don't know. I think Hillary gonna win. I had to go in the house, man, and they told us don't go in these people's houses because something might happen to you. I don't care. I'm walking these folks. I said, ma'am, can I come in and sit down and talk to you? When I walked out that door, she was a Obama voter. Because the first thing I did was appeal to him. Hey, mama, ain't you black? Yeah. And how would it be if you sit down there and voted for this white woman and you got this black man sitting over here in Canada got a chance to be the president of the United States? And I said, when it happened and everything, your vote is going to be what it is. It's going to get him over the hump. How proud will you feel that day? I know I feel, I'm gonna feel damn good and stuff to see that black man walk up into that White House. A black man in the White House. Think about that. That's what I had to do, Ted. Anyway, people, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye. We'll see you guys tomorrow.